Hello everyone, welcome to Stamping Up with Sabrina. Today I'm going to show you how to make this real quick little wallet folio. It's a great project to make that's really quick, and also you can do assembly line kind of production as gifts for Christmas. And I'm going to go ahead and show you here. I've made 3 so far, and just make this little closure here. And then we open it up, and we have 4 cardstock pages to put photos on. So depending upon the size of the photos, you can get a few of them on there on either side. And then to go with it, there's these little tags that you can journal about each of the photos, or if you want to, you can put additional little photos on the front and journal on the back. So it's just a really quick, simple little wallet folio. So what we're going to need is a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and I have here some it's blue sky, and what you're going to do is you're going to put it on your scoreboard. And forgive me, I still don't have my Stampin' Up scoreboard. It should be arriving next week, and I'm all excited. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to line it up so that your 11 inches are across the top, and you're going to score at 2 1/4, 2 1/2, and then you're going to score at 6 5/8 and 6 7/8. Okay, so those are the only full score lines you need on your entire project. Then you're going to take your bone folder, and you're going to fold some nice creases along those score lines. This is such a pretty color. I like colors, generally speaking, so there we go. So you're going to end up having a piece that is like this, okay? And then, again, my envelope punch board is coming next week, but you're going to take your envelope punch board and you're going to round those corners on either side up here, okay? And then your piece will look like that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to be attaching the pages that go in here first, because the brads will be going right through, and then we can put our designer series paper on there. So you're going to need 4 pieces. They're at different lengths. So these pages vary in length, okay? And the first one is, just let me double check, yes, is 5 inches by 3.5 inches. The next one is 6 inches by 3.5 inches. The next one is 7 inches by 3.5 inches. And the fourth and last one is 8 inches by 3.5 inches. And then you're going to round those corners with your envelope punch board or your corner rounder. Okay, and then we're going to be scoring these ends here. So you're going to grab your Stampin' Up scoreboard, and the first 2 you're going to score the same, and then the last 2 you will score the same. So the first 2 you're going to score at 1/2 inch. Okay, so they get scored at 1/2 inch. The last 2, because of your cardstock is going to get thicker as you turn the pages, we're going to do 2 score lines. One at 1/2 inch and one at 5/8 inch. And the same with the fourth and last one. 1/2 inch and 5/8 inch. Then you're going to 3/4 of an inch in from each side. You're going to punch a hole in the center of that 1/2 inch space. And then these are what we're going to do to attach onto here. So what I do is I take my longest one, instead of doing a whole bunch of measuring, and I eyeball it so that it is in the center of this section here. And I take my pencil and I just trace those circles here, and then I go ahead and punch it with a 3/16 punch. I have a big bite that I use. Oh, sorry, 1/8 punch, the smaller holes. Okay, so it should look like this. And then you're going to take 2 brads. These are not Stampin' Up brads, but I don't have any Stampin' Up brads. So I'm going to put these in through here. Whoops, almost lost it. Through the holes. And then when you go to the other side, fell out. Always when you're recording. When you go to the other side, you want to make sure that the prongs are going to separate this way, okay, along the length of the bottom of the page there. And you're going to separate them that way. And I like to take my bone folder and press on the back. It makes them grab on a little bit better. And then you can put some sticky tape there if you want to, but you don't have to. And so now we have our pages in there, and we can go ahead and we can put our designer paper in. And I'm just trying to find my fast fuse. Okay, so this is the paper from the All Is Calm Designer Series paper. And I have my piece that goes here. And then I have my 2 pieces that go on here. So I'm still learning how to use I'm not fast with it. Okay, so we're going to put that on the tab. And just center it in that space there. You should end up with about a 1/16 of an inch of the cardstock showing all the way around the edge. And then we're going to be putting this one on. Alright, so now we can cover up those the brad backings there, the prongs. And the last one here. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to figure out where we want to have our little closure pieces, and you're going to punch 2 1-inch circles of cardstock and then 2 3/4 inch circles of designer paper, and you're going to center it, and then you're going to take your pencil and you're going to make a mark where sorry, before you do that, you're going to have to punch the center of your circle. Then you're just going to line them up and draw a circle. And then you're going to take your punch, and in this case you will need a big bite because of the distance from the edge for that punch. Or you could use a paper piercer and just put your brad through the hole there. Okay, so I have these little tiny brads here. They're a little bit darker than the sky blue, and we're going to put them in through here. And I like to use my bone folder for that. Press down. Okay, so now we have our, just line that up a little bit better. There we go. And then you're going to take a piece of linen thread. This is about 12-14 inches long, and this is actually embroidery floss because I don't have my linen thread. And you're just going to tuck this underneath and get that end in there, and then you're going to wrap it around a couple of times and pull it nice and tight, and then we can close that a little later. So let's continue on the inside here, and I'm going to put our designer paper in here, and that covers up the brad there. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to work on this side here, and it needs a little bit of a pocket. Okay, and I'll have the measurements down below of this tutorial video as well as on the blog. So this little piece here, we're going to create a pocket for that part that goes on here. And this piece here, you're going to need your Stampin' Up! Simply Score tool again, and you will line it up so that you have your 9 3/8 of an inch going across the top, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch, turn it, score at 1/2 inch, turn it again, and score at 1/2 inch. Then you're going to take your little scissors, and you're just going to cut off that corner that we scored. That little corner, that part that intersects there, there's that little square in the corner. Okay? And then what you're going to do is you are going to fold this. Okay? Like so, and that creates the pocket. So this is the front of the paper, and we're going to put it on so it's like, actually this way, like so, and that creates the pocket. So you're going to need some fast fuse on these tabs here. So I'm going to make sure you get the right side going in there. Okay, so there's our pocket. And now we can get it ready to attach to that inside page. want to make sure the pocket's on the right towards the end of the page there, and I'm going to center it. There we go. And that covers that brad from over here. So now I can go ahead and put this in. So now our parts are covered. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to work on making 4 tags. And I have 3 of them made already. So these tags, they measure 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. And you're going to need your envelope punch board. So what you're going to do now is you're going to line up this edge of your little tag piece, and you see how there is that window here. You're going to line it up with the edge of that window. Okay, and you're going to give it a punch, and you end up with this shape. Then you're going to flip it over, line it up with the edge of that window, the left side, and you've got this part. Then you're going to take the bottom ends and you're going to round the corners. Oops. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to take our hole punch, your 3/16 hole punch. I'm using my big bite. And in the center, you're going to punch a hole. There we go. Oh, mine is not centered. I didn't make a mark on it. I did with the others, but not this one. Okay, so now you have this hole. It's supposed to be in the center. Then you're going to take a 2-foot piece of, you can use your linen thread or some baker's twine. This again is embroidery floss. So your 2 feet, you're going to fold it in half, and you're going to fold it in half again, and one more time. And the part that is all loops and no end pieces, that part you're going to take to the back of your tag, and you're going to pull it through to the front. You're going to find that loop, and you're going to bring everything through that loop and give it a pull. Okay, so you end up with the knot or the crossover piece at the back, so it's more flat here on the front. And the reason why we want that is we're going to put our little sky blue button on here. So you can take your Tombow, I don't have any right now, and you can put some glue on that knot. And then you're going to position your button where you want it. Press and let it dry, and snip it off at the length that you want it at. Oh, these are there we go. So now we have these 4 tags. So we can tuck them in here. And there we go. We have our cute little Wallet Folio. And I'm not going to close this one because of that glue being wet. But it's a real fun to make. It's quick and easy and a fun gift. So I hope you enjoyed working on this project. And as I said, the measurements are down below or on my blog. So I look forward to doing the next project with you. Bye for now. Happy stamping and crafting.